finally got all my ladders here so I can reach that high sidewall if I get to that today. I'll be there till about 1 or 2 o'clock today. There's my Ameristar air handler and all of its durability. A little insulation on the bottom of the drain pan is nice. We'll be going upflow so you can see where the drain connection is going to be on the opposite side as it is at the house. Part the Ameristar unit, I'm going to take the coil and blower out of it so I can take it inside to the closet. I slid the coil out. You can see the coil here. It is coated here on the capillary tubes. There's a piston down about right there. It's an 80, as you can tell. Small diameter copper. Very heavy though. I'm going to remove some of the fan wiring here so I can slide the squirrel cage and everything out. Make it as light as possible. I might have to redo this electrical stuff up here. It's kind of stupid. The Ameristar is all apart now, and I'm about to take it inside. See if I can get it into this closet cavity by myself. It's kind of a big machine, but I'm a big guy. I'm sitting right there in the closet. I got to lift it up onto the platform here. I took the light out and shut it off so I wouldn't bust it, because I just know what's going to happen. I'm going to bust a light bulb out of that thing, so I'm going to try to lift it up and set it on there. I got the copper back. You can't see it, but I got the electrical pulled over, so we'll see if I can do it or not. I'm going to do it. We don't have a whole lot of room up there, but it lines up pretty much right on the money, which is good. I might be able to make something that wraps around there and make it life a little bit easier. We'll see. Now this is the part that kind of makes me wonder. Looks like we have a breaker that fits right in here, but look how damn close it is to the bottom of that panel. Doesn't make any sense. I'm tempted just to unscrew this thing, get it out of the way, because we have our disconnect right here, and put in some kind of splice or split bolt to hold these things together and wrap it with that rubberized tape and electrical tape, because this thing is kind of dumb. I don't know, maybe I'm doing this wrong, but from what it looks like, it ain't that good of an idea, and it blocks the heat kit from being worked on. So that's the only part I really have a problem with so far. This 4-piece fitting right here, I have the base of this air handler screwed down here, here, and here in the back. It's possible that it gets a little bit out of square because it's all opened up and the doors aren't on it, so I'm going to have to double check that too. Make sure when I come back to put the doors on, all the screw holes line up. We don't want to go Goodman on this one. The first piece in, I put S-locks on it so I can slide pieces down the side, flange out the front and screw it in, and screw in the front piece of those flanges. So I'm going to cut those side pieces next and get them in place. Then I can put the front piece on. I have both the side pieces on with flanges bent in front, so I can cut just one piece and cover that up, that I can put a little bit of tape on the sides. So we'll be done with this in a second. I can wrap some Reflectix around it. It'll look really nice. Except for the sag they got going on here. Reflectix wrapped around there. What I did is I just wrapped a couple layers of Reflectix around it. It's in conditioned space technically. It doesn't have to be insulated here. Of course, we all know if you leave it in these closets like this, it's going to end up sweating or something. So I have a couple layers of Reflectix around that. And I'm going to start putting the air handler back together, caulking the bottom so it's sealed up real good. I'll tell you something about these screws in the Ameristar air handler. If you watch our hangouts, you'll see Justin Gonzalez was making fun of them because neither a 1/4 or a 5/16 really fits on them. And it is a tight fit for a 1/4. Some of them fit, some of them don't. So I just went ahead and replaced them with 5/16 screws just to make it easier. These are still a 1/4 right here, but I replaced all of them so it'd be, I feel like I've improved its design, and I'm giving back to Ameristar now. Our refrigerant lines down here, I already brazed on a section to the suction line. I just run up here, and I'm going to braze onto the liquid line down here so I can put this grill on and seal everything up. I have new filters in the grill here for this thing. I'm going to blow out the drain. Once I have these all fitted up, I'm going to blow both of them out all the way outside. And then when I come back on Wednesday, I can put the condenser in. My copper up here, I have Street 90 to go right here to get it closer to the air handler. And what it is, I took my rubber gaskets out of here. I'm taking the one out for the liquid line now, and I slide them down onto here, so once I'm done I can slide them back up and fit them in there. So it's good to have the gaskets in there. You don't get that air leakage, so you want to make sure you take care of them and don't get them too hot while you're brazing. Fitting's all in place. My gaskets are slid down here. One of them's right here about to fall through the hole. I'm going to go ahead and braze this up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my nitrogen outside. I did blow it out through both of these lines going out. I'm going to take this outside, kind of sit it in one of the pipes that's open, to kind of tape it off, and just let it blow in here just like it would normally. So I can go ahead and braise this thing up and be done with it.
1, 2, 3.
Hey little girl, what you doing today? I don't have nothing going, wanna walk my way. Hey little girl, what you doing today? I don't have nothing going, wanna walk my way. We can go down to the beach if you don't have a plan. Go walking down to where the waves hit the sand. And if you think that it might be alright, I have 2 tickets to a dollar show tonight. So little girl, what do you say? I don't have no plans, wanna walk my way. So little girl, what do you say? I don't have no plans, you wanna walk my way. You know that boardwalk lights have a romantic glow. If you walk right here, we'll fall in love, you know. It's something about salt and this atmosphere. Can't put a finger on it, but it's just right here. I think things happen in a grand design. If you don't believe, girl, that's just fine. Just think about it as we lie here in the sand.
Top here, got the drain kind of dropping down through here. We're going to rerun it over there to that riser coming out of the ground. Just take out the P-trap since it doesn't really work right here anyway. It's a little bit too tight. Went ahead and caulked it up here too, which you can't see. I'm going to leave this grill off till I get done working in this area. And should be back, it's probably Wednesday. Set the condenser, finish up the odds and ends electrically here. And then we have one outlet to run, which I might actually do Thursday morning. So stick around for the fun. So far, Ameristar is doing just fine. Haven't actually started it, but hey.
Guys, I'm just now leaving that job. I'm heading back home. I got to pick up my kids, go home and make me some lunch. Work short days since my wife can't drive yet after her surgery, and just how it is. So I only take these install jobs. They're going to have an understanding that I work at a special pace, and they get a good job, but the best things come to those who wait, I guess. At least in this case. So what do I think of the Ameristar air handler? It actually seemed to be built pretty well. I mean, it seems really tough. The metal seems tough. The whole cabinet in general seems like it's, built really well. So not what you would expect. I have set units that were similar to Ameristar before. I mean, Haier is about the same thing, it looks like. Haier builds their cabinets both indoors and out. They build them really tough. They were extremely cheap. I mean, the price of the machine itself. But Haier, they were tough machines. They used a shit compressor. But these Ameristars, they have a Copeland scroll compressor. So the biggest weak point with Haier, to me, hasn't gone over to Ameristar anyway. So I'm optimistic. I like how things are laid out in the cabinet, except for the wiring connections for the heater breakers. When they give you a breaker for the heater, that thing is right dead on that control separation, the control area of the cabinet. There's that metal separator between the blower section and where the heater components are. That thing is way too close. Now, I almost hoped that I installed it incorrectly, but I didn't see another way to do it, and it looked like, following the diagram that they give you, it looked fine. So that was a little strange. I'm tempted just to take the breaker off, and I think I am going to take it off and put a split bolt in there and just connect them that way, because there's a breaker on the wall. The other thing is the screws are indeed a pain in the butt. Justin Gonzalez on the Pro Channel Hangout had made fun to no end about the screws on the Ameristar air handlers. And he was right. They're somewhere in between 1/4 and 5/16. So what I did, I just took them all out and put in 5/16 screws just to make it easier. So when I come back years down the road without a Phillips screwdriver, I won't be slinging my tools on the ground and cussing. So overall, I think the air handler, if you say how many out of 10 is this air handler, I would say it's like 6 or 7 out of 10. It looks like, you know, the components are all Chinese, so there is some concern about reliability, but the construction itself is tough. The layout is good overall except for those heater breakers. So, and there may be heaters that they make that don't have breakers, which would be better to order. So that's the Ameristar air handler sort of review, what I think of it after installing it. We'll see what happens after I fire it up, and we'll see what the outdoor unit looks like once I get to that point of the job.